facial hair. A lot of people have this idea that if you can't grow a beard, that there's something wrong with you, or your hormones are screwed up, or, something like that. And while I'm not totally dismissing that someone's hormones might be screwed up, I want people to realize and understand and use common sense that a lot of growing facial hair has to do with genetics. Just as if you're going to go bald or not has to do largely with genetics. Those who have the genetics to go bald will go bald. Those who do not have the genetics will not go bald. Some people have good genetics to grow a really thick, full beard. Other people have genetics where when they grow facial hair, it's spotty and patchy in different places, and it has really nothing at all to do with your diet or with taking herbs or anything like that, which is nonsense. The reason people like to think that is because they like to think that they're totally in control of everything about themselves. And so if they can pick on some herb or some food or some diet, then they can pat themselves on the back and feel better about it, which is ridiculous. I can prove this very simply just to show you that diet and herbs has very little to do with growing facial hair. For example, there's people that eat meat and, probably eat like a standard person, right? Celebrities, Johnny Depp, Keanu Reeves, Heath Ledger. Those are just some guys who aren't vegan, as far as I'm aware, and who can't grow full beards. They're patchy. That's kind of like how mine is. I can grow hair here and really thick down here, but on the sides, it kind of comes in a little patchy, and it doesn't, line right up. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with me. It just means it's really just my genetics. And I think it would be silly for me to think that it has anything to do with taking herbs or anything like that, when that really happened even before I started taking any of those things or eating healthy. I've always been able to grow a certain amount of facial hair, and it's never changed for me before or even after I started getting into nutrition, taking herbs and things like that. So this whole idea where people want to think, oh, that certain thing is causing my hair to grow less or whatever, is ridiculous. So, I just wanted to clear that confusion up that, look, there's only so much that we can control with our diet and with our, taking herbs and supplements and things. There's only so much that can do to influence our genes. I'm a big believer in Nutrigenomics, that we can turn on and off certain genes in our body, but only to a certain extent. For example, if we have a genetic tendency to get Alzheimer's, we can eat in a way that will not predispose us to turning those genes on, especially if we catch it early enough. Male pattern baldness, on the other hand, we can only do certain things to really slow that down. Eventually, it may take its full course. So, like I said, there's only so much that we can really do. If your genetics are going to take over, they're going to take over. I mean, everybody ages. We're all going to get older. And, losing your hair or whatever happens to you is just really a result of aging. You're getting older now. Your genetics are kicking in stronger. So I'm not dissing Nutrigenomics or anything either when I'm saying that we really can't control, the facial hair that we have. And, I just think it's a little ridiculous, like I said, when people try to tell you, oh, your diet is the reason why you can't grow a full beard, or the reason you can't grow a full beard is because you're taking saw palmetto, or you're taking fish oil, or you're eating coconut, Look, that's going to have very, very minimal effect, if any, on growing facial hair or hair health. Trust me, because I've been taking saw palmetto for years, and I'm still losing hair. I still have some hair. I've slowed it down considerably, but I'm still losing hair. It's still thinning. It's been a gradual process since I first realized that I was losing my hair. I can't stop it completely, and neither can you. The whole point of all of these videos is to just tell you guys that you can take herbs to help slow it down. That's pretty much all you can do. There is no cure for baldness, unless you want to buy a wig, but that's not really a cure. So, like I said, these herbs and things have very minimal effect. And nobody really even knows for sure if they do or not. There's been a couple studies done, but nothing really significant. All I know is that there's guys who don't take saw palmetto, who don't care one way or the other about their diet, who just can't grow a full beard. They may have normal hormone levels, testosterone levels, everything under the sun. Again, it's genetics. You have the hair follicles, So that's pretty much what I believe about it. I don't stress about these things, But look, there's going to be people that want to isolate everything and blame every single thing under the sun that thinks that causes this and causes that and whatever, which is ridiculous. People just need to learn to be content with who they are. Be content with who you are. If you lose your hair, it doesn't mean that you're sick or that there's something wrong with you. If you can't grow a full beard, it doesn't mean that you're not healthy or anything like that. If you don't have perfectly straight teeth like me, that's genetics. Look, I didn't have enough money to get braces when I was younger. Does that mean that I'm not healthy because my teeth aren't straight? I don't live in a perfect world. I'm not perfect. You aren't perfect that are watching this video. People put so much emphasis on this outward body, but they totally forget the inward body. What's important? Love your neighbor. Be kind, be polite, be friendly. We all have flaws, but that shouldn't define us. That's not what should define you. That's not what should define me, because I have flaws, because I'm not perfect. So, like I said, if you can't grow a full beard, it doesn't mean you're not, a man or anything like that either. It might make you look more masculine, sure. If you have a lot of hair, it might make you look younger, more attractive, who knows? Because really, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What might look attractive for one person may not look attractive for another. We all have differing opinions and views and ideas. So there isn't like one set thing that everybody's going to totally agree on, which is pointless and ridiculous, and we shouldn't be so focused on that anyways. It's just vanity. It's all vanity, and it's not what we should strive for. So, I don't know, I hope that I've shed some light on this, because some people get so caught up in all of this, and they get so stressed out, and they think that it's the end of the world, I'm losing my hair, I can't grow a full beard, I don't have perfectly straight teeth, I have acne all over my face, I'm fat, I'm overweight. Look, these are things that we all have to deal with. And hopefully, if people do care about themselves, they'll do whatever they can to help improve their life, improve maybe the way they look or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't make it the center of your life either. Don't have everything revolve around you. You don't want to become selfish. You don't want to become proud. Again, have a humble heart, show love, and live that way. And remember, being a man doesn't have anything to do with having, facial hair. Really, being a man is someone that can love, is mature, is respectful, uses wisdom, is friendly, is very giving, thoughtful, considerate, compassionate, shows sympathy and empathy. Those are all good traits of a man. Somebody who can take the burden upon himself and help others. Somebody who's a respecter of women. Somebody who women can look up to, in a relationship. Because look, we're all guilty of this, men. Many times we are disrespectful of women. We view them as nothing but just objects. And it's wrong. They aren't just meant for pleasure. That's not what we should look at other women as. And it's because of this prevalence of pornography and all these things in the world and in our society that has perverted our perception of each other. And it's not a good thing. It's a bad thing. And that's what I'm going to keep preaching about. So we have to understand that there's bigger things here than just our physical appearance. I'm not saying our physical appearance isn't important. For some people it is, but realize that we're all going to die. We're going to become bones, So, if you can't grow a full beard, it's not the end of the world.